Hi everybody. Hi, I'm Husky Light, and I don't know if I'm on, if this is working. I haven't got a clue, and I haven't got a clue where the chat is on this either. I'll probably just wait for a minute and see if anybody comes in. I've never ever done this before, so I have no idea whatsoever. So I'll probably just wait. Hello, and see if anybody. Deanna Blackson, hiya, and Maria. I've never ever done this before, so I have no. And maybe I need to. No idea whatsoever. I'm talking and I'm talking all at the same time, which is pretty cool. Hiya, and Maria. Turn one of these down. And maybe I need to. I'm talking and I'm talking all at the same time, which is pretty cool. Maria, turn one of these down. Oh, this is really cool. I'm talking and I'm talking all at the same time. Turn one of these down. Oh, this is really cool. So how do I work this out? It's really cool that all these people are coming on and I can hear myself speaking twice, so maybe there's a delay or something in what's being said. Headphones will sort it. I have no headphones. It's really cool. If I turn my microphone down, will that work? Hang on. Okay, I can't hear myself speaking through the speakers now. Am I speaking once? Can you just hear me like on one level? Say something, somebody. Okay, so I'm no longer echoing, so that's good. I can't actually hear myself speak, so I'm just gonna speak. Right, so hi to absolutely everybody who's on there. Cheryl Murray, hiya. Who else have we got that I just missed? Sally Kelly, hi from Ireland. Jill B, Angela T, Ramona Razzo, I hope I said your name right. Maria Donna. Oh, wow. This is completely all really new to me. Oh, fantastic. Right. Energies of the past, 2 weeks since the eclipse. So we're talking post-eclipse. I want to see how everybody is getting on. I've had some really up and down times, and my synchronicities started about a week ago, and they've just gone completely off the charts again, completely. Yeah, I did say it right. Thank you. Since the eclipse, this sounds absolutely daft, but I've been hearing things about wars breaking out and hurricanes and everything else, and I wanted to just stay as peaceful as possible. And I got into watching kitten videos on YouTube. Well over a week I've been watching them, and now they are popping up everywhere. I've been offered a kitten for free. It will be ready in about a month's time. After watching these kitten videos, I walked into a shop. I happened to turn round, and there was a woman holding a black and white kitten behind me, which was crazy. Hi, Teresa. And there's kittens popping up left, right, and centre wherever I come. So, you know, whatever we do think about does manifest. But I've also had my twin flames name popping up everywhere, really, really strong. ASMR, I know, get a rescue kitten. Do you know, I've got 2 huskies downstairs. I've got a big fat black cat, which you very rarely see, sat in a basket down here. And I've got this little puppy behind me as well. So I'm people used to knock on my door with kittens because they used to know that I'd take them if they couldn't find anywhere else for them. So I don't know. So anyway, there's been a lot of synchronicities, a lot of strange things going on. I thought after the conference that I went to when I got arrested in the car and all the rest of it, I pretty much, that scared me, actually. I just thought, I'm going to stay in. I'm not going out anywhere. I can't cope with this. And I did. And it's been pretty quiet until the last 2 weeks. And it's starting again. So what's going on with you guys? What is, are you having dreams? Are you waking up during the night? How's it been affected? Yes, I have been affected by Hurricane Harvey as well. Because I'm empathic, I can't watch things like that. And my heart goes out to everybody that was affected by the hurricane, but I only have to watch it for 2 minutes and I'll be in tears. So I can't watch it at all, which was part of the reason why I thought, you know what, I'm just going to watch stupid cat videos or kitten videos. And now they're just popping up everywhere at the moment. Teresa, you can't sleep at the moment. I'm back a few nights this week. I've been back on waking up at 3:30, 3:33, 3:30, 4:40 in the morning. And it's been really, really strange. The energies are high. And then I had an outburst of anger about 3 days ago, and I don't get angry. I'm a Libra, so I'm an air sign. And when we go off on one, we just go poof really quickly and then calm down. But it takes a lot to get me going. And this particular evening, for whatever reason, I think a friend of mine had mentioned her twin flame, and I just went off on a rampage for about half an hour. I was just like, I've had enough of twin flames. I don't want to hear about them. I don't want to know about them. How can he do this to me? And I got really, really angry. It needed to come out. It obviously was a block that I was having. It was an anger issue that I was having within the twin flame journey, and it needed to come up. But it came up so quickly. It really took me by surprise. It took me about half an hour to calm down afterwards, but it was still, you know, I'm toddling around here in my little bedroom on my own, ranting and raving about it, and that's just not particularly normal. Angel T, you've been getting up at 3:33 for 2 days now. Yeah. So yeah, I can't watch anything about Hurricane Harvey at the moment, and I'm worried about the other hurricane that's coming along as well. So I've really tried to keep my mind off it and on other things. So anybody who did get caught up in it, I'm trying to read the things at the same time. Headaches is another thing that I've had. Day before yesterday was really bad, and I was actually told by my guides that I'm connecting nadis. I'm connecting new parts of my pineal gland, and that was what was causing the headache. We have like light tubes that actually sort of come from the top of the head and through, and then they go this way and then they go that way, and they look like crystals coming through, and they all connect to the pineal gland. So I know that we've got another 2 nadis here. I think there's one at the back of the neck where one comes through, and I have to research it a little bit more, but I was told that these are all starting to connect as well. So sleeping really late, highs and lows. Every night you jump up at the same time like somebody's watching you sleep. Are you feeling comfortable with that? Who's saying that? Jenny's World. Jenny's World. as long as you don't feel uncomfortable, if you feel like somebody's watching you sleep, I think that's fine. It could be your guides and angels. But if you feel uncomfortable by it, just send whatever that energy is that's watching you, or you think is watching you, just send it loads of love and blessings, and just ask it to leave. Seriously, just ask it to leave. And it will go. It will go, because you by you saying I love you loads, can you please go? One thing, if it's anything that is benevolent, it's going to scare the living daylights out of them. They hate the word love. They hate the word blessings. They don't want you to feel that. They want you to feel fear. So if you show them that you don't feel fear, they can't drain any energy from you, so they will just move away from you at that point. ASMR, different car accidents. Yeah, again, what I'm becoming aware of when I have my synchronicities, we don't always know what they mean right at the moment, but I started seeing kittens everywhere, and then suddenly I got offered a kitten, and I saw one. If you're seeing things like car accidents and things like that, just make sure, I'm not saying, God, I'm not saying anything's going to happen, but it could be your guides and angels just stepping in, giving you a little warning, or just sort of saying, you know, just watch out, make sure that everything's okay with the car, keep your eyes on the road. It could be that you see an accident in front of you or something at some point, and it's like a pre-warning that they're bringing through to you. If you've been attacked by demons during the week, you need some you need some help with that. Good that you're laughing at it. Really good that you're laughing. Again, they can't stand things like that, and they will move. Mad flu headaches, but the rashes are gone. I'm glad I didn't get any rashes. No rush. But this is the thing with this journey, this spiritual journey. You can be on top of the world one day and feeling brilliant and amazing, and then even within a day, you can go through such a range of emotions throughout the day, go from really happy, and then your mood suddenly drops, and you just feel like you want to crawl into bed and not come out again. And then it will go up, and it's at that point you just do whatever your body is telling you to do. My monthlies were out a little bit late. I had like a 2-day space in between, because I think I brought some of my readings out quite early, actually, a bit earlier than I usually do, and then I still had another 5 to go, and I went to do them the following day, and I just had absolutely no energy. I just couldn't do it, and I'm thinking, I've got to get these readings out, and I just couldn't do it. So I thought, you know what, one day's not going to hurt, I'm going to leave it. I crawled back into bed, I stayed there. And then it was actually the following day that I came to do them. I had this raging headache. So that was another day sort of lost in it. As far as I know, as I said, with my headache, I've got new bits sort of connecting up there in regards to the crown chakra and the pineal gland, because the more we go through this journey, it's just that things start popping open and expanding as time goes on. So what else has been happening? So we've had the dream. Does anyone dream of, I'm going to ask a really daft question. Does anybody here dream of fish? Big fish. I'm talking almost like sea serpents, because this is a reoccurring dream that I have on and off ever since I woke up. Huge fish tank, absolutely huge, and the fish in it are crazily big. They look like Chinese dragons or serpents swimming about. Normal fish as well, like goldfish and that, but they're like as big as a house. They're absolutely huge, and I know it's deep, I know it's emotional, because there's water involved there. So it could be emotions under the surface that are working their way through, or I'm clearing stuff. But some of the dreams lately as well after this eclipse have been very, very vivid. So what else have we got in here? So other people are noticing that their mood is dropping, and you feel like there's absolutely no reason for it to happen. Now, it could be that we're picking up on the universal consciousness. So all mood of the universal consciousness is, or even in the area where you live, you can pick up on the mood of where you live. You're picking up on the locality of the consciousness as well. If you've got a lot of people, a lot of neighbors or something that are not in a good mood, or they're feeling angry or whatever, you can start as an empathic as well, you can start to pick up on that sort of thing. So where am I up to? Right, ASMR, your dreams are really vivid. Yeah, extremely. And either the other thing this week, I've found either the universe is stepping in to help me, or I'm starting to manifest things. I had not a client, but somebody got in touch with me who'd seen me on YouTube, who happens excuse me, who happens to not live that far away from me. And we exchanged a couple of emails. I need to drink a bit of water. It's me clearing out my throat chakra. I hope you're all doing that this week. Yeah, exchanged a couple of emails, but they didn't feel comfortable speaking over email, and because they didn't live too far away, we actually arranged to meet up, and I was going to meet this person on Saturday, mine and my twin flames anniversary. We met on the 9th of September 2011. So at first I sort of said, yeah, sure, we'll meet up. And then sort of within 48 hours, I kept sort of thinking, no, I just don't want to meet up on that day, because it's a pretty sacred day to me. And I just want to keep my energies clear and everything. And within 24 hours of me actually thinking that, this person that I was going to meet has just emailed me literally about an hour ago and said, can we change the date, please? Because something's caught. Oh, the reason that they can't actually meet me on the Saturday is because they've got a problem with their cat. Their cat's had an accident, or their cat's not well at the moment, and they need to look after it, and they've had to postpone the date. And I thought, oh my goodness, is that me manifesting it, or is the universe picking up on the fact I didn't want to go, and they're just stepping in and putting things there to actually stop that meeting? The universe works in the most amazing ways, in ways that we could never orchestrate, we could never figure out for ourselves. And I think a lot of the time, I don't think we're in control of this. I think we're on a complete path set out by the universe, and I think we have a little bit of free will. But if the universe doesn't want something to happen, or it's not time, or it's not in divine timing, then they will step in and change things for definite. That was a really strange, and that was literally about an hour ago, after me saying, you know what, I really don't want to go, but I hadn't said anything to them. And then the reason they can't turn up is because of a cat. Absolutely crazy. So, oh, baby bee, hello. The beast out of the sea. Honestly, that's some of these dreams with these fish in, they're just like fantastical beasts, sea serpent things. They're amazing. Cheryl Murray, you usually feel a bit low around the full moon. Again, the full moon is extremely strong. I pick up on the full moon, extremely strong energies. And a lot of people, that's why it's called a lunatic. That's, you know, it's a lunatic. That's where the actual word comes from. It comes from the moon, because around the full moon, if you were to phone the police or phone the local hospital, in whichever area you were in, or if you work in that environment, they will tell you that every full moon, they are always far busier than at any other time of the month. Because of the effects of the moon. People are, you know, drinking too much, or they're getting into accidents, or they're getting into arguments because their emotions are high, because the moon rules our emotions and it rules water. It has an effect on the tides, so it has an effect. Well, so September the 9th is a lovely day for you. Good. Good. It is a lovely day. That was the day that I met my twin. The other thing, talking about twins, I've seen his name multiple times the past 2 weeks, and that's getting stronger and stronger and stronger. And the last time I saw his name like this strong was pretty much right at the beginning of the awakening about 3 years ago. And that was the other thing. I actually, was it yesterday or the day before? I came across a kitten video, and the YouTube channel that the kitten video was on, that I just happened to come across, it came up in my recommended, was actually the full name of my twin flame. It wasn't his first name. It was his first name and his surname. Now, this guy was some random guy in the USA who'd made a YouTube with exactly the same name, and it was about rescuing a kitten. So again, it's been very strange. The divine, what shifts have you been feeling for the divine masculine? I think they're calming down at the moment. There's a, because I've been seeing his name, I know that there definitely seem to be, I don't know if they're going more into their feminine at the moment. There just seems to be a calming down for them. They're definitely thinking about us. Otherwise I wouldn't, I don't think I'd be getting all these signs at the moment. I don't do the readings on the divine masculine and the divine feminine like a lot of other twin flame readers do. I always just go off my own feelings. And I know that by talking to other twin flames as well, friends that I've got that are twin flames, we're all going through the same stuff. And actually twin flames at the moment, with the ones that I know, their masculines are having a real hard time. They're having a real hard time at the moment. They're getting back into addictions. They're getting angry. They're having arguments. But at the same time as saying all that, I think there's some sort of spark that's going on there. Romano, I hope so. That would be lovely if I was going to meet up with him soon. It's only been 3 months, complete separation, and it feels like a bloody lifetime. It really does. So I think there's been quite a few problems but I think this is stuff that has to come up for them. They have to deal with this. They have to face their own fears, and they have to start to try and unblock some stuff somewhere. Maria, how do you find out about a twin flame, a consult or a reading? All you need to do, hon, is just drop me an email, info@huskylight.com. I have got such a problem with my website at the moment. You can go on there and you can choose which reading you want. You can have a look. But every time somebody goes to pay, it just doesn't seem to go through. So it ends up that you email me and I just send you out a PayPal invoice. I'm just in the middle of actually setting up a new website and completely changing companies with it, because it's got to the point now I can phone them up 2 or 3 times a month and say my PayPal's not working with my website, and they go, oh, well, it's not our fault. And then I'll go to PayPal and they'll go, it's not our fault either. And then usually once I've phoned them, it'll be all right again for a while. So it's, yeah, so I'm changing the whole website. The guy you think is your twin flame is completely opposite to me. Yeah, well, you're a mirror image of each other. That can be the case. One of you can hate sports, the other one can love sports. One of you hates, I love garlic, mine hates garlic. You'll find a lot of things that you're the complete opposite on. And it's just about learning, I think, that no matter what the differences are, learning to love each other for the differences, not, you know, because of them. Bobby B, what is remote viewing? Oh, I had a conversation about this the other week with somebody. Remote viewing is basically you using your imagination. That's the easiest way I can actually describe it. You are given a target number where somebody who knows where the place is that you are going to remote view, they will say, here is the number of that place, or whatever it is, or that you know, whatever they've chosen, and all they give you is an actual number, as far as I know. And then you go into meditation, calm your mind, and you start to write down all the images that come through to you. But what's happening with that is your subconscious mind, your guides, you're just flying to wherever it is and just seeing what's actually there, and then picking up on the images that come through to you. I can't explain exactly how it happens. It's definitely a psychic thing. It's a very good psychic gift. I've not tried it personally myself, but I have spoken to people who have actually had training in it, and it's completely spot on. And even they don't know exactly how they do it personally. They just know that they will write down images and feelings of where, you know, the feelings that they get from the place, the images that they get from the place, and it's completely right when it does it. So I think it's almost like imagination. If you close your eyes and deliberately think of a place, then whatever you see going on in that place, whatever your imagination is bringing up, that is what is actually going on, and that's what you're seeing there. Angel T, what about the full moon? Is that why? I don't know what the rest of your question is. It just says, what about the full moon? Is that why? Anyway, just write it again underneath. I'm trying to get through all these because there's so many comments, but I'm glad. I'm really glad that you're going through some of the same stuff. Have you had any of these anger bursts? Because that was really unusual for me the other day. Yeah, purging. You went through the You went through the crying. Yeah, it must have been, the anger must have been some sort of purge, but it just seemed to come out of nowhere. My friend mentioned twin flames. I don't want to mention them anymore. I've had enough. And oh my goodness, it was crazy. I've noticed a lot of Libras as well. I'm a Libra. Quite a lot of Libra friends around me, or people that I know. They all seem to be getting into new relationships lately, or meeting somebody lately, or getting back with an ex, and all of that sort of thing seems to be happening for them, which is good. Thanks, Miriam. I'll look out for your email. Yeah, just remember, twin flames, you're one soul split into two bodies. So he's you and you're him. Or the opposite. You both got pieces of both within you. You have to love them unconditionally, else you're not loving yourself unconditionally. And that's some of the blocks that we actually need to clear in order to come together with them. It's just accepting them for who they are, because then you're accepting yourself for who you are with it. Yeah, some of the anger can be the collective, and I'm trying to think what date it actually happened for me. I think it was about the it was either the 31st or the 1st of September, and it was pretty intense. I thought it was really I still think it's really cool that that person I was going to meet on Saturday is just postponed and said, oh, actually, I can't because it was a cat. My cat's not well. Yay. Annie D, sweetheart, if you've been crying all day, there's obviously just stuff that you need to get up and you need to purge, and you will feel so much better after. I promise. I've been there and I have cried all day, and my heart goes out to you, but it's stuff that you need to purge. It's stuff that you need to bring out. It's a clearing, and it can affect so many of us in different ways. If I do a healing or a clearing with somebody over Skype, I always tend to sort of warn them just before or just after I've done it. They can get different symptoms as a result of that as they're clearing. So some of them could float around for the rest of the day like a little butterfly and feel really light and really airy and wonderful. One client I had, she went to bed afterwards. She slept 12 hours straight. She just slept right through. She needed it. And that was part of the clearing. Other people, I tell all of you to drink lots of water. Some of you might get diarrhea or bad stomach, because that is just another way of getting rid of toxins and clearing stuff out. Or you could cry, or you could get angry. All of these are outbursts or outpourings of emotions, trapped emotions that are being shown in one way or the other and coming through physically for you. So, God, it's hard work keeping up with all these comments. Is there a way to protect yourself from the collective energies? I think if you realize that the emotion that you're feeling is from the collective and not from yourself, that you're almost halfway there to sorting it out. Once you realize it's not your personal emotion, you can let it go. Then you can let that feeling go. It's not yours to deal with. You're picking up on it. It's not something that you need to clear personally. So once you are aware of that it's not actually your emotion to start with, and you can let it go, you've got permission to let that go, you should feel a lot better with that. Have some of you got on that? You know that I've got a free forum, and I know that I'm rubbish at getting on it, and I opened it. I started it off a couple of years ago. And quite a few people joined it. I think there is quite a few people on there, but it goes quiet if I don't get on. But I'm just looking at a couple of the comments here and saying how lonely you are, and that if you get on there, you can join up with others on there. I'm going to have to make a real effort and get on there myself, and maybe go on once a week, because I really just want everybody to connect up. Especially with everything that's going on in the world at the moment. I just feel like that's really important. And if you can find somebody that's going through the same experiences as you, who just happens to live down the road or live in the next town to you, because I know that a lot of you can feel very isolated and very lonely going through this sort of thing. So, oh, bless. I'm so sorry, Annie. You can't argue with a dead one, but again, it's, you get as angry as you need to get, because it's gonna bring it out. It's part of the process. It's part of the grieving process. You go through several different stages. I can't remember all of them. There's about 7 different stages of grief. In fact, I will very quickly look them up, and it can take somebody a few weeks to get over somebody passing away, or it can take another person years. Do it. The actual these 5 stages of grief, there's usually that denial, that, oh my God, I can't believe you're gone, and this isn't happening. There's anger, bargaining with your guides and angels, please bring them back, and I'll do this and I'll do that, and bargaining with it, and then depression, but eventually acceptance. comes through. And what you need to remember is that it's just the physical vessel that is gone. They themselves haven't gone. They've just left their physical vessel, but they're still with you. And I'm sure that they, you know, once they've done what they need to do on the other side, they will show that they are still with you. But I think over the years, I've lost my mum, my dad, my two brothers. I've only got my kids left. So, yeah, just argue with him as much as you want, Annie. Just scream, just shout, write it down. Anything that gets it out. When you stop feelings coming out, when you suppress feelings, when you suppress anger, it causes dis-ease within you. That's where disease comes from. And that's, yeah, this is what happens, and this is what causes it. Have I just run out? Oh no. Do you know what? I've got a feeling. I don't know how long I've been on. Oh, I'm okay. I think I put like a finish time on this. So I don't want suddenly just for it to cut off if it does that. I'm sorry. It is the first time I've done this at all. Hiya, Roxy. You're right. How will Wednesday affect you? What's happening on Wednesday? What's going on? I have no idea. You have to tell me what's going on. Did I go off for a minute, Teresa, then? Where? Rob, hiya. Where did you come from? I need to email you. I haven't spoken. Yeah, exactly what Weber Rob 959 is saying. Just scream and shout and tell them. They can hear you and they do understand, and they're not going to get upset with you. He's not going to get angry with you or anything like that for whatever you say. As soon as they've gone and passed on to the other side, they have complete, there is nothing to forgive. There's unconditional love there. They have none of our physical problems and ego. Everything like that has just gone. It's disappeared. That was part of our physical experience. So what does it mean to wake up at 6:30? If I look at 6:30, I look at it as a 9, which is the start of a new, where you're at the end, you're almost at a completion of something. So is there anything in your life that's coming to an end or coming to a completion that you're going to start a new cycle with? That's what I get when I look at 9. I know that waking up at different times of the morning specifically can relate to different problems going on in your body or your psyche, whether it's 3 o'clock or 4 o'clock, or if you wake between, like you wake between 1 and 3, or you wake between 3 and 6, and that there's different. Do you know what, Jananda, hiya. I am having hot flushes, and no, I'm not going through the change either. And I'm very hot at the moment. And 2 or 3 times today I've been like, woof. I'm just like, it's like this mad sudden heat, and it's something to do with energies. But I would keep drinking, even though you feel like the water is not doing anything. Drink as much water as possible. And again, it could be one of the effects of purging. There are so many different symptoms as we go through Ascension, and we work on each chakra and everything. There's so many different, and it affects so many people in different ways as well. So that could be one of the ways that you yourself personally is purging from this. I should know that, shouldn't I, Roxy, really? that it's a full moon in Pisces. No idea. Shall I look? Quite emotional, Roxy, on Wednesday. If it's a full moon in Pisces and you're a Pisces, then that is water and emotions ruling you. So I think you would probably feel it more than most. In fact, all water signs would feel the full moon more than most. So I would actually watch out for mood swings, for emotional highs and lows. Maybe I want to say getting impatient with people as well. I would be careful of that. Let's have a quick look, actually. See what's going on. Been a lot. In fact, I think that could be the increase in the dreams. Actually, it's our subconscious, it's water, so that could be a reason for the uptake in dreams that we're having lately as we move towards the full moon. It's a really good time to go within and just restore your energy, try and nurture yourself as well with it. I'm actually cheating here and seeing if I can find a Pisces thing for it. I'm only doing this once and I'm only doing one card. Don't anybody else ask me, because I don't do this on thing, and I've just lost my where's my thing? Pisces full moon. Let's see if we can get an overall energy. Oh, okay. I really didn't want to pull that one out. Just take care of yourselves. This is the I think I'm a few minutes behind my thingy. There you go. Tower card. Just be careful. This is emotions, and this is the knocking down of foundations that you thought were solid but are not particularly solid. So again, this is changes. Do you remember my angel cards this week? The number was like 55, which was like major changes all week. I think we are going through a lot of changes. So you may find that foundations that you thought were sturdy may start to fall down a bit because they need to be rebuilt. Because they weren't sturdy in the first place. They weren't built on any solid sort of foundation. Be very aware of your emotions though, with the fives and the changes and that Tower card as well. This can just mean as well, like your head's not in the right place this week, so you might feel a bit dreamy, you might start forgetting things, things like that as well. So yeah, water signs always feel the fun. My twins are a Scorpio, and oh my goodness, but we will all feel it in some way. So if you're a Leo, you're a Leo rising, because you're a fire sign, you may find that you're impatient. You may find, if it's affecting you, that you lose your temper more easily because of fire, the fire within you. Water signs are going to get more emotional. Air signs could end up just like whirring things round in the head and getting up into the, trying to be logical and trying to work things out and trying to find the answer to everything. So it's going to affect everyone differently, depending on what your sign is. But yeah, watch out for impatience and things like that. Dreams in colour. Yeah, I dream in complete multicolor. I've never understood it actually when people don't dream in color. I don't get that, because I've never had a dream yet that isn't in color, and I think most of us that are on this path are like that as well. So you too, Teresa. We are definitely, Jenny's Will, could it be possible that you travel while you sleep? Definitely. We are doing so, those nights where you absolutely just sleep all night and then you wake up in the morning and you feel absolutely exhausted, because that's your that's your higher self up in other dimensions doing other work there while you're sleeping. We probably do more work while we're asleep in our dreams and that than we do when we're awake. And that's why that happens sometimes. You get a really good night's sleep, but then you wake up and think, I just feel like I've had no sleep whatsoever. You can be repairing the grid, you can be helping other spirits, you could be a higher guide for somebody else in this world while you're asleep. You could be giving messages to somebody else, you could be helping somebody else out. All sorts of things that we can be doing on the other side. And I think you can travel. You know, you could be going home at night while you're asleep. You could be going home to whichever planet you're originally from. So oh, bless. Roxy, good night, sweetheart. Take care. I'm going to get off soon because I can feel my my voice going a little bit. It is voice chakra. It is the throat chakra that we're getting onto this week. I will do this more often. It's not now that I'm on. Tell you what, I sat here for about half an hour before going, I can't do this. I don't want to come on. It's a lot easier once you're actually on, and once I've dove in for the first time and actually done it live. So maybe once a month or something, I'll come on and try and answer questions. So many people actually in the comments sections and everything have been that how to get proof on twin flames that I put up a while ago now. It's got so many comments. And just remember that it doesn't have to be for twin flames. I ask my guides and angels if I need the answer to something. I asked them the other day if I should take, I think it was some sort of vitamin product, and I was actually thinking of sort of buying into it and maybe selling it on my website. And I said to my guides and angels, can you show me a unicorn 3 times if I should sort of take part in this and have a go at this and buy into it? And within 2 days, me and my son had gone out, and there was like a charity stall outside the supermarket, and it was full of little stuffed toys. So I said to my son, I said, pick a little toy, a little stuffed toy for the little dog to play with. And where is it? It's probably under the bed somewhere, actually. Oh no, it's here. It's already half chewed. This is what my son picked out. He said, oh, a pink unicorn, have the pink. It was the only one that was on there. And I went, oh, okay, there's my unicorn. If I turn it around, it's already got one eye missing. That's just gone nearly. But I only saw the one unicorn. I didn't see 3. So to me, that just sort of says, maybe it won't go as well as you thought it would. You know, maybe it's an okay idea, but it's not the best idea. So I've decided I'm not going to go with it. But I got my unicorn. So you can ask them anything. Well, exactly. You would never find a unicorn. That's why I asked for a unicorn. I thought, aha, get me a unicorn. Try that one. Let's see how clever you are. And it was the only one on the thing. So, you know, test them. Test your guides and angels. Don't give them something simple if they're around, but you can ask them anything, and that's what you need to be doing. You need to go with your intuition, go within, and if you can if you are getting these sort of signs through, then ask. Right, and you're thinking of trying a new vitamin oil, CBD. Well, do your research on it, see what it's like. The one that I was going to try was something called Zeal, which is, I think it was the same type of thing, like a vitamin. The trouble is, once you get into things like that, you could choose 1,000 different products and spend an absolute fortune on them. I'm still very much of the case, take vitamin C and vitamin D every day, either in vitamin form or in soluble form or something, but make sure you take things like that every day. We can take all sorts, but I think the main things, I'm not ill that often anymore since I woke up. I'll have my odd bout of things, but I have friends around me who are constantly coming down with a cold, or they're constantly ill, and I don't tend to get things like that anymore. When you start meditating on your chakras, when your chakras are open and you're looking after them, things become so much easier. We're working on the throat chakra for this week, and I did that interview a couple of days ago, 2 or 3 days ago, with Hildegard. I hope you've looked at it. She's such a beautiful soul. She's so gorgeous. And I cricked my neck halfway through the interview, and I'm like, whoa, I can't move. And then I started on my throat chakra meditation, which I put on during the night, and I sleep with it. And it's better. It's absolutely fine now. There's no problems with it, because my neck and my shoulders and everything else, and yours, is all connected. Ear problems is all connected to the throat chakra. So it's not, you think, oh my God, I've pulled a muscle here and everything, but just by working on the throat chakra, that clears that up. It's absolutely amazing. So potassium iodide helped you a lot. Vibrating plates, what are those? Should I ask? I should probably look at the beginning of the conversation on that, so I know where we're coming from with it. What's a vibrating plate? ASMR. Are you talking about the losing weight thing, the thing that you stand on and it just vibrates a lot? They're absolutely brilliant. I'm getting my daughter a second-hand one, but I'm going to get her a running machine for Christmas. So, right. Is there anything else anybody wants to ask me before I go? Yeah, that standing thing. I can't. Vibrate. They're called Vibrate. It's VIB and then an 8. Yeah, they're absolutely amazing. There's one at the local beauty salon that are really good. Amanda LaRue, you asked your spirit guides for my Pisces guide back, and they answered. Oh, bless. Oh, that's so sweet. I'm so glad. Do you know what? I've asked my guides and angels when my twin flame will be back. They said within 5 years. I tried for 2 years and I didn't get an answer. And then I said within 2 years, and I didn't get an answer to it. And then a few days later, I said, well, is he going to be back within 5 years? And I did get an answer to that. So I still got a fair bit to go, I think, yeah, but we are getting it. And it's just having complete faith in the universe that everything will work out in divine timing, because, as I say, I don't think we have much control over any of this. We're a bit like a puppet on a string, and it will come through when they're ready. I think maybe we have a date that the twin flame comes back, that we come into union with them, and we just have to wait for that date and just stay faithful and do what we can up until that. I might look on eBay actually for vibrating plates as well, to do something. My little girl is back at school tomorrow, thank goodness, and I can start walking again, because I've noticed over the past 6 weeks while she's been off school, I'm just putting on weight again. And when she's at school, we have a really, really good walk, and we walk quite a lot. I'm actually quite looking forward to her. Oh, Madeline, yeah, you will. Sweating happiness. you know what, twin flames are not all they're cracked up to be. If you've got a good soulmate by your side, then that's amazing and that's wonderful. And you will, yeah, happiness, complete happiness. Unfortunately, you know, not everybody chooses the twin flame route. I'm just one of the unfortunate ones that did. Do you know what? It's the most amazing, frustrating, annoying, fantastical journey, depending on which mood you catch me in, to actually ask. So is there anybody else that would like me to answer anything before I go? I haven't really gone through the comments on YouTube because I seem to have so many people on the live chat as well. And I'd rather sort of deal with that as well. But yeah, again, so many people have tried it. Thank you for liking my hair. I had so many people going, hey, I love your hair. It's changed. Those of you that have been following me for quite a while, you get used to the fact that I think I change my hair colour sort of every couple of months, depending on what the weather's doing. Doobie doobie doo. I'm just seeing if there's anything. There's so many comments. Faith, hope and charity. Staying positive. And look at my comments. I can't see what's going on. So, Teresa, why on earth would you even wonder that if you're going to die some? You know, when your time's up, your time's up. But that again is part of your contract. When you come down here, you've already said this is how I'm going to go. This is the age that I'm going to die at, and this is how it's going to happen, etc. It's just that we can't remember all of this. Right, Kathy, if you date somebody other than your twin flame, do you think that it will affect your union? I have had this conversation today with another twin flame, with a friend of mine. If the universe thinks while you're in separation with your twin flame that you need to learn something more, you need to spiritually grow in some way, and it's something that your twin flame cannot teach you because they're not there, or it's not a lesson that they can teach you, if you need to be with somebody else, the universe will bring that person to you. I have gone through experiences through my twin flame journey where I have got naffed off, annoyed, all the rest of it, and thought, to hell with it, I'm just going to go out with some, and it never ever happens because the universe will always step in. I almost had a date with somebody once, right at the beginning of my awakening, and I met them and I had a good chat with them, and everything was fine. And then they had like a little caravan place. And I stood at their front door to get some air and look out over the river, and the wind slammed their door. I got slammed between the door frame and the door with my head completely, and that was a big thing from my angels going, right, you've got the information that you need from this person, now it's time to go home. I went on a dating website once. I thought, I'm gonna get a date, and somebody started speaking to me within a couple of hours of me going on there. I exchanged about 3-4, and then suddenly there was nothing, absolutely nothing. And the universe, if it's not right for you, if it's not going to happen for you, you have to understand that the universe really just step in and they will just stop it. But if you need to be with somebody, if it's to learn another lesson, if it's part of your life experience, don't feel guilty for being with somebody else. Don't get upset if that happens. You're not going to force it to happen. You're not going to go deliberately looking for somebody, because if that's the case, it's not going to happen anyway. But if it naturally happens, then yes. Exactly, Kathy. You were supposed to go out on a date and they cancel, and really weird things happen, and it's just like, woo, okay then. But you're not particularly bothered about it if it does happen as well. It's all, you know, if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. Exactly. You weren't sad at all about it, and you were secretly wishing that it was your twin flame. Exactly. Every time I've done it, I'm like, I don't really want to do this. This is not my twin flame, and it's never ever happened. It's literally been email stage or something, and then it's just suddenly stopped, and you're like, whoa, what? And I've had it with friends as well. You know, somebody's gone to kiss somebody else and they've ended up with a nosebleed or something, or like me, they've had their head slapped in a door or something. If you're not going to be with your twin flame for maybe, like, I don't know, say your twin flame is going to come back into your life, but they're not due back for like 10 years or something. I don't think the universe would expect you to be on your own for the next 10 years while you're waiting for them to come back. And if you're lonely or you need a soulmate or need extra, they're going to bring somebody in, but don't push it. It's going to just happen naturally if it was. And certainly don't feel guilty. What we have to remember, and this is the conversation I was having with a friend of mine today, I tend to worry about the future, and I sort of think to myself, well, I don't want to be with somebody else, because what if I'm with somebody else and then my twin flame suddenly comes back again? I'm going to end up hurting the person that I'm with, and then I'm going to feel guilty because I've been with somebody and things like that. But this is me thinking in the moment, and why am I making a decision for my future self at that point? Why don't I just live in the moment and be wherever I need to be, and whatever happens, happens, and make those decisions on a moment by moment case, rather than thinking, oh, well, my future self in 10 years or something, or 5 years, is going to be in a position where I'm going to have to split up with someone else and be with my twin flame, and it's going to upset them, and me trying to control it, and me trying to control the outcome of something. Just let things be, just let things happen as they get things. ASMR. Do you know what? Maybe it's my age, but I don't even feel it anymore. I don't get like that anymore. I did at the beginning, and it doesn't happen anymore. I'm like a little nun now. That's it. There's none of that for me. None of that whatsoever. Getting sad now. But no, I just don't feel that's at all to me. Yeah, it's just like that bit's been cut off completely. It's just nothing. Rob, chances are good. Yeah, that's the other thing that Rob's saying. If anything happened for some reason, say your twin flame came into your life solely to trigger your awakening, solely to set you on the path of this spiritual journey and put you on the path of your mission. If that was the case, then the universe would bring in a soulmate for you. The universe would bring in somebody for you. Again, though, during this journey, though, we're not always entirely sure whether they were just there to trigger us or whether they're coming back. I mean, I pretty much firmly believe that they do. But as we know from twin flame journeys and seeing other twin flames, not all the time do they. Things happen. So, and in the meantime, they will bring you somebody if they need to. If for some reason that you can't be with them, and it's not that's not a go ahead for everyone to go, oh, sorry, I'm going out and getting somebody else. No, just let it happen naturally. The universe knows what's right for you. Your guides and angels knows what the right situation for you is and what you still need to go through or still need to clear before you're with them. So I don't actually, I get lonely and I have the odd thought crossing my mind going, oh, it'd be nice to be with somebody. But at the same time as you're thinking all of that, you just sort of think, well, I don't want to be with anybody else but them. So it's just stay in the heart. Teresa, you've been a nun for 12 years. Oh my, God bless you. God bless you. Okay, I've got a while to go yet. No, hopefully mine's back within 5 years. Oh, God. Bless. But Teresa, you'll agree with me on the fact that you don't feel horny anymore. You just get completely past all that, don't you? And you just don't feel like it. It's just like, whoa, whatever. Amanda, praying the universe doesn't pull us. Don't be scared. Don't get into fear mode of, oh my God, what if the universe pulls us apart again? Have complete faith in it. That might be one of the lessons that is being brought up for you. And you know that we co-create. You know that our thoughts create reality. And I don't think it creates everything, but if that's a deep-seated fear that you've got, that you might be abandoned again or they might leave again, that's something that we need to work through. So yeah, it's gone into it, just doesn't happen anymore. Jill, my son's just told me I should be yeah, how old's your son? No idea. But it is, do you know what, once my kids are gone, finally my plan is to get an old van and completely do it out and make it into a camper van and just go. That's it. Not being tied to a house, not being tied to council tax or anything else, and just go. I can still do all my readings, I can still help, I can still do, I can do everything that I do from here. I can do it in a little van and I can travel around too. So that's my plan. I'm not going to sit here forever once the kids have gone and upped and gone. But I've got a few years yet before that. Yeah, he's 17. Mine's 26. But yeah, that's what we have to do on this journey, is just get on with things, just plan and do things for ourselves, learn to be independent, and look out for us. And as long as we're doing that and we're nurturing ourselves, we're pulling them through all the time as well. So primary feathers, hello. Hello. So I'm sorry if I'm missing out any of these. I'm trying to scan up and down on things. How's it gone after the eclipse? Have you noticed things that have eclipsed out of your life since the eclipse? Have you noticed things that have finished for you, even if it's just feelings that have ended? Like you had a particular feeling that you were carrying around with, that you maybe something that you were really, really passionate about, or you really felt deeply about, or it really concerned you, and then the eclipse came along, and then afterwards you just sort of thought, you know what, I don't actually care about it anymore. It's all right. It doesn't bother me anymore. It's not happening. Quite a few having that as well. Delta Blu-ray. I'm coming with you if these twins don't get their asses into gear. You can come with me if they don't get their asses into gear. I will make a video about other dimensions. That's a really good idea. I used to ask all my subscribers, I used to have a habit of saying, what video do you want me to make? And I will do it, because sometimes I sit here and I think, well, what do they need to know? And I don't want to go through energies all the time. You know what? I like to do different things in my videos, and I don't want to stick to twin flames all the time, because God, there's just so much out there in the universe that we need to know about. So where's that? It's moved up. Hang on a minute. So other dimensions, I'm writing it down. I will do a video on other dimensions. That sounds like cool. It will not be in the next couple of days, but it will be in the next few days. But thank you for that. And any other ideas for videos that you want to to do? I know none of us want to end up alone. That's just stay open to everything that happens, to all the opportunities, to everything that the universe is going to come through, and just no matter how small things, no matter how bad things feel at the moment, Annie, just be thankful for all the little anything, just the tiny things. And the more you are thankful for the little tiny things, that will start to grow, and eventually. But I just take it at your own pace, because I know that that's just a process that you're going to have to go through. Bless you. But it does help to realize that they're not gone. They're really not. So yeah, anybody else want me to do anything? How can one cut the connection with your counterpart? No, you can't, darling. You cannot cut cords with your twin flame. It doesn't happen. You can cut cords with soulmates. You can cut cords with negative energies. You can cut cords on parasites and this, that, and the other, and anybody else wanting to leech off you. But your twin flame is part of you, and you cannot cut cords with them at all. It will never, that silver cord between you and your twin will never break, unfortunately. Sometimes that hurts to know, but unfortunately, there's nothing we can do. You are always connected. Even if you're never together again, you will always be connected, and you will always feel that way. This is why we go through this sort of relationship, and any other relationship, you would have got over it by now. You would have gone, move on. This is all good. I've done my bit of grieving, and it's not fair. But you're still at that point where there's just so much love there, and forgiveness, and you know, it's you can't cut cords with them at all. And if you're meant to be with somebody else, if it'll happen. If you're not meant to be with anybody else during this process, then the universe will step in and stop it completely. Shananda, I personally, somebody told you that he's not your twin. I don't personally, I've never done it in my readings, or if I answer emails or anything, I have never claimed to be able to say to somebody, that person is definitely not your twin, or that person definitely is your twin. That is between you and the universe. That is between you and your guides and angels. And if somebody has told you that that's, I'm sorry, I wouldn't, it's not for somebody else to tell you whether somebody is or somebody isn't. You will be getting guided. You will get the messages through from the universe if they are. There are circumstances as well where you may be with a twin flame, but you don't actually know that they're a twin flame, because you're not particularly getting messages through. If you're with a twin flame, they will come through at a certain time for you on a predestined date for you, and it might be that you have to go through a certain amount of time not realizing before it happens as part of soul growth as well. But it's unfortunately, yeah, we can't, I wouldn't listen to anybody else. You go with what your heart says. You go with what your feelings are telling you at the moment. You have to, yeah, you on this journey, you have to go with, you know, can somebody tell me if they're my twin flame? You know whether they are or not. You will get those messages through one way or the other if you're meant to. If you're absolutely getting nothing through at all, and it feels like the same as any other relationship, then you know it might not be, but it's not for somebody else to tell you. Oh, you keep finding pennies everywhere. You're going to come into some money soon, Lauren Collins. Lauren Collins Cooper. It means you are abundant, you are healthy. You will have an abundance coming into you soon, whether that's an abundance of money, or whether that's happiness or love, because abundance comes through in so many different ways to you. But something good penny there, so look out. Good luck with that one. Really good as well. I've been on quite a long time. Yeah, Jill, it just doesn't happen, does it? Subliminal messages help to forget someone we like. The pub helps me pump up myself. For blokes, I would work where there's lots of money. I mean, unfortunately, subliminal messages keep telling you that you are in a twin flame relationship, so it sort of works the opposite way for us. Yeah, the angels are sending you pennies as a message that you have got abundance coming through. And if you've been working on it, and we're on the full moon in a couple of days where things come to fruition as well. So maybe around the full moon or for the next week afterwards, you might have some abundance coming through. So that's really good. Annie, if you keep seeing 1111, that's your call to action. That's, hey, pay attention. There's something going on here. You know, if he's past love, he will still be able to help you from the other side, and he'll still be able to guide you. And if you're seeing 1111, you've got the guidance there coming through. So that is really good. Hi, Helen. You'd love to know your galactic heritage. So frustrating. You see, I didn't know all about sort of galactic heritages and things like that until it actually came through to me. And I went, whoa, what, I'm from Sirius? What are you trying to tell me? Until all that was brought through to me, I didn't actually know, and it wasn't even something that dawned on me. I had a cosmic awakening last year after a spiritual pregnancy, and I went through a real strange period of, okay, I've been talking to guides and angels, and that's fine, and I can cope with all that. And then suddenly, oh no, I've got ET friends too coming out, and there's such a big team up there that's helping. That was quite a shock. I think we have more than one awakening. I think we go through stages through this journey. I'm so glad you came on. So you're researching it as well. I might research that actually. I might have a look at that. I'm going to write it down. Research galactic heritage. Okay. Right. Is anything before I go, because I'm going to go in a minute. I need to move my throat chakras. But I've been on quite a long time. I have no idea even how to record this, or if it does it automatically and put it up. But hopefully it will do something and go up. So I don't even know how to stop it, actually. We could be on here for hours and hours and hours. I hope this has helped. I will try and do this more regularly. Thanks, darling. I'll try and do it more regularly. It's 20 past 10 at night here over in the UK. My little girl's back at school tomorrow, and I need to get on with it. So take care. I have no idea how to stop this. Oh my God. I love you all, and I will speak to you soon. And just all best if you leave. Just leave me here, and I'll figure out which button to press.